think there'll be a shop.
Hello, adventurers.
Again, we got him. That's like 5 in a row.
Hello, adventurers. Welcome to Roll for Adventure, where the adventure begins. Tonight, we'd like to thank the creators of the items we use in our sessions. Pocket Bard for our background music, which now starts automatically. Draw 20 for our Change of Fate cards. GM Worlds at a Glance for our towns and villages. Adventure Ripples, the Pantheon of Ethelon, for the gods of our worlds. Arkenforge for our digital battle maps. Hero Forge for our player character minis. And Flicky.ai for our AI generated content, like the intro song artwork. We would also like to announce that we have a new creator joining our list from tonight on. Tome of Summoning. The deck of encounters for random encounters in different settings, be it coastal or desert, to the dungeons or the Feywild. They have encounters covered for each level of characters.
That just sounds boring.
We've already used it. It's actually fun. They also have Deck of Loot. 48 monsters from the 5th edition of D&D in each pack, with rollable loot tables. Never have no idea what loot to give your players ever again. Check them out at tomeofsummoning.com. Okay.
No one knows what you're laughing at.
No one knows what I'm laughing at. Players distracting me. Right. Tonight, our Change of Fate for our YouTube goes to Caldax.
Yay!
Yay for Delcax.
Our Change of Fate for our Twitch goes to someone who's not here, Thalric. So it goes
For Ralphix.
I'll borrow that.
to, you will get that because you are playing Thalric tonight. Alright, with that, let's start tonight's adventure. Let's roll for adventure.
In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore.
Right, so last session we began as you guys approached a ship on fire. Essentially that took up the entire session.
We needed to help them.
You did.
That was awesome too.
Yeah. It turned out the crew were trying to fool you and trying to get off their burning ship.
They weren't.
They were.
Never.
They were vampires too. You obviously saw through their ruse, and I think you managed to defeat one of them, or two of them. Two of them.
We
got
got.
You got
one.
third because it went
And you
into
got
the
one,
water.
I grappled one at the end.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Also, I must errata what I said. I said incapacitate. I meant restrain. So we used the wrong rules, but I don't think it would have mattered at that
That's
point.
fine. That's fine. We ended the session just after a long rest. You woke in the morning and went up on the deck. Well, this was now midday because of the time change.
We sleep.
You saw in the distance an island, or land in the far distance. Right. The adventure is yours.
Korath, after having his grump in his room on his own. He's going to get up probably slightly earlier than the rest of whoever else was resting.
I'll get up earlier than that.
And he's just going to go to the bodies and mourn for them and pray for them and make sure that their sea burial is
Organized.
Yeah. He feels really bad that 3 of the crew died. Also, the fact that he didn't realize there was other crew on the boat.
I did say 8.
Yeah, but we figured there was the 2 you mentioned and the 6 of us.
Yeah, that is what we all thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me get this straight. You like mourn for them after you brain them with your sword.
No,
is that right?
the crew
Not their
of
crew, our crew.
ship.
Our 3 of our crew died.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also hasn't noticed they exist.
Fair.
Because anyone's shorter than you guys, and you just sort of.
Well, no, it's not that at all. It's just that, well, the way I look at my philosophy is if you aren't strong enough to survive, then you don't deserve to live. That's what the way he thinks.
That's why Korath protects the weak while you murder the strong.
Yeah. Go make a good team.
Yeah.
Murder the strong and protect the weak.
Is that your motto?
It is now. What's the
Haven't even
West
got a group.
Coast Shuffle?
No, it's a West Coast side step.
Okay.
West Coast
No,
shovel.
I don't know what it is.
You'll get there eventually.
That's why you're the battle master.
Right, does
I'm
anyone
not,
else?
he's a battle master, isn't he?
Caldex
Are you a
is
battle
going to
master?
get up.
Oh, you haven't got that
Go
part
and have a
yet,
chat
no.
with the captain and see what he can do to help around the ship.
I can night
And
fight.
that he's got experience on.
Not much to do if you want to just help the deckhands keep the ship shape clean, tidy. Well, at the moment we're going to try and aim towards that land. It's nearest land, so yeah, already started pointing towards it.
Tarek's just going to stay in this room.
It's going to be very quiet this session, isn't he?
He's not feeling very well after that fight. he got 1 hit for 20 hit points, so he's probably still recovering.
Yeah.
That's right, because he only had 5 left, didn't he?
Yeah, he took 1 critical.
Yeah.
He's feeling sorry for himself.
What will Bihan be doing?
Bihan's a bit at a loose end. Well, he enjoyed the fight with the vampires, but he's mostly buried in his book and occasionally wanting to show people things he's learned to do.
What about yourself there, Danica?
I'd say I'm just milling around, poking my nose in places. Just kind of exploring the boat, not really doing anything in particular.
Did you finish throwing all the gold pieces off the side of the boat?
All the ones that I could find.
Apparently them don't like you.
And what will you be doing?
I'm going to learn as much as I can about saving from the captain and all that sort of stuff. I'll ask constant questions, not annoyingly so, but try to be a good,
Pretty sure Falcris.
you know.
Yeah. Trying to loot.
Yeah,
In case
what
you
I'm
lo-
doing. And it's, no, I just
in case you lose the captain and
been
have
doing
to take
physical
over.
things is what I'm into. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I suspect with my physical attributes, I'd be quite good at being a bit of a sea monkey.
At rowing or at anything.
I'm quite agile.
Can Korath inspect the coffins or whatever they were, the big giant chests that got
Yeah.
thrown onto our boat?
I believe
We
you did already,
check.
and they were all the same. They had
There's nothing like special
gold
about
over
them.
top, no, and
No,
just
nothing
inside was
compartments.
dirt underneath the gold.
And the big sack, what was in the sack as well? Remember?
The sack, there was little round bullets.
Ah, yes.
Yes, two sacks,
Carry-
I
Two
believe.
sacks of balls?
Yeah, two sets. Yeah.
And I believe you got 1 barrel of gunpowder as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, at whatever point I can find Bihan, I'll ask him if he needs to replenish any of his ammunition stock.
Sure.
Again, replenish.
You have like a little horn things that are.
I
Is it a horn?
prepare shots with the
The paper.
paper.
Little paper.
And
Oh, like little wee
Bite
and
paper.
then you bite the thing off and shove it down there and.
go. Although
Mm.
And I try do True Strike without ammo. Does anything happen with my pistol without ammo?
Well, True Strike would mean that you get a plus to hit, isn't it? Or is it you just straight up hit?
So instead of using your regular dex modifier,
Guided by a flash of magical insight, you make one attack with the weapon used in the spell's casting.
so it's just magically using the weapon rather than
Yeah.
physically using it.
I'm assuming I probably need ammo. But
Yeah, you would still need ammo. Because you're
Yeah,
not
I
actually
mean, if
making
you
an attack.
imbued a bow with magic,
It still won't
you'd
just
still
do
need
anything.
arrows.
Yeah,
Would you need the gunpowder, or would you just need a ball bearing
you need the ball bearing, I'd say.
and the gunpowder?
I'd say with magic use, I'd say you'd have to be able to fire it without the gunpowder.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
That,
Yeah.
So
It'll
you're
save you
propelling
on-
it with magic rather
Yeah.
than
You
propelling
don't
it
have to
with
worry about it
gunpowder.
getting wet.
Yeah.
Hey, while you two are here, you ever like race each other?
A fast race?
Yeah.
Uh,
Bench press, he'd win.
a race? No, yeah. Last time I tried to run anywhere, I just fell over and broke my nose.
Ah, right.
Race.
I'm just
We
curious.
don't actually get an increase in movement, do you? Oh, 35 feet. I've got-
Large. We both move at 45 if we go large.
Okay.
So we're quite quick, but I'm just
I've got
not.
35 feet.
Yeah, I've got 35 normal
Yeah.
as well. But then you go large for me, you get an extra 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Would you feel like running around the boat just to try something?
Are you going to shoot at us?
No, and I reach over and touch him. I wouldn't do that and cast Long Strider on him.
Cool.
Wow.
Gives you 10 extra feet of movement.
Well, that'd be pretty cool.
55. That's pretty quick.
Okay, so let's have a race then, eh?
Around a little. It's not like a massive ship, is it? It's
We go
alright.
from the bow
I
to the
suppose it's
stern.
D&D movement, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can go from the bow to the stern.
I just want
Uh,
to see if you notice the speed difference.
I'd say
Oh, yeah.
if you started somewhere and go round the ship,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do that.
right? So it'll be the two of yous.
Oh, are we going to roll initiative and then?
Yeah. Who did you cast it on?
Falcris.
I think he'd probably need it more than me.
No, he cast it on you because you were standing next to
Okay.
him.
Right, roll your initiative, please.
Can you take your armor off?
No,
Okay.
after what happened?
7.
7.
You both get 7.
Yeah,
Who's got the higher deck?
I have a
I
negative
think
2.
I do. I got
Okay.
16. Yeah.
Oh, Chris is up first.
So what is it? Athletics, isn't it? It's running.
Yeah, so I will say there are objects in the way.
Okay.
The better the athletics roll, the less chance of tripping and slowing yourself down.
Okay. 23.
Right.
You said athletics.
Yes.
Where are you currently on the boat?
I have a plus 6 to athletics.
Don't notice.
So I rolled a 15.
15. Cool.
Ship hands.
And how far can you currently move?
35.
35 for you. And you got a 10 extra speed, don't you?
Yeah.
What up there is you're both even. For now, I'll say you're about there. Oh, no, because you got the much bigger roll. Right. For your next
Yeah,
athletics.
handedness.
Yeah.
He's left-handed in general.
No, I know that. 11.
21.
Oh! Right. As you come flying around here,
Takes me on the ass.
he starts to pass you. As you got caught in that
Oh,
trying to turn.
with my cloak. My big
Even
cloak.
with the speed boost. But next roll.
16.
22.
Ooh.
23.
Okay, you got 23, mate. You got the same athletics as me.
Yeah.
Right. I'll say you're keeping pace, even with the outside and the speed.
12.
8.
Ooh.
This is the lowest it can go.
As you get there, you struggle with the cannon
Can we just say I fall over?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Next round.
Why are we doing this?
Because I asked.
Oh, okay.
So half my movement to stand up,
17.
and then I rolled a 22.
Right. Half movement, and then you're up. Nyung.
Just want to see if this will be useful later, you see.
15.
13.
Two more rounds.
11.
21.
Oh,
Rolling really crap.
you say make it to there. Starting to catch up.
He's catching me. I'm catching me. I might actually put my sword down. 17.
24.
Bloody hell.
Bing bing. You to the speed.
Is that it?
I'm not sure it worked.
I'll put
Oh,
my.
I definitely felt fast, but I was just running a bit crap. Yeah, I'm not feeling great.
You'll see Korath out of breath. Like, that was far too much physical exertion for this big fella.
You've got pretty good constitution. All right. Oh, it's not you, is it?
No, that's not me. My con is 14. Slightly better.
Okay. How do you feel that race went then?
I don't think it worked.
Well, don't do it again then.
He didn't seem that much faster.
I'll put my head up and through gasping breaths, I'll say I've never seen them that fast before. I know we're pretty big, bulky guys, but that was something extra special.
Oh, okay.
I only barely just kept up.
Okay.
Something different. Right.
Dalric's going to come out from his room now and ask why the ship's been wobbling side to side just to check, see if everything's okay.
It's just sending giants round on one side. and
How's he
then
gonna
the
look
other.
when he comes up?
Well, with the blue hair and the green complexion in his face, he just looks like a cartoon character.
First mate who's at the helm notices the colour on Talric and goes, "You all right there?"
He'll just vomit on the floor.
Oh,
Oh,
over the side, over the side.
He'll go grab his bucket and mop that he's been
Caldex is walking to the other end of the
Dealing
ship.
with-
He's
yeah.
not dealing with that.
Yeah. Dalric's just going to clean up and go back to his room.
Right. We'll say a couple hours have passed now.
We've gone up a level yet?
What did the
If you
captain
behave, maybe at the end of the
What did the
session.
captain want to do with all of the stuff we took from their ship? Obviously, he can use whatever funds he needs to do repairs on our ship.
Well, there's no repairs needed so far.
I know so far, but eventually,
Oh, I mean, if
what would the captain say or do though? Like, he's in
he'd
charge.
probably say that you're, if you're donating it to the ship itself, well, he'd definitely want his cut anyway. But if you're donating the entire funds, then probably store them below, and if we need to, we can pull them
Okay.
out of.
We'll move them down there, but I'll say Valkyris may need to use some of those funds, but I'm not sure if they accept that the currency here. I'm assuming they do since it comes from this land, but we'll have to wait until we see some civilization.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we use some if we need?
Take some. Yeah. How much are you going to take?
That's up to the captain.
How much is it?
There's a bit.
1 million.
No.
What?
Well, there's a bit means 100 coins.
Yeah, there's about a couple hundred coins total.
How much
the
of it is
entire
It's just
chest.
sack.
How much is gold? All of it.
All of it.
What's a reasonable amount that
Well,
somebody would take?
why don't we just split it up between us? Because and
What?
when we need to, we'll pull it again. But nobody
Yeah.
wants to walk around with 200 gold in their pocket.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So what? Is I'll have 40 each. How's that? Make it easy.
You all have 40 each gold. As you mentioned land just before, Korath, Captain looks up and looks at that land that you were pointed at. Confused look on his face. He walks up to the helm. Has a quick discussion with the first mate.
Summon up, Captain.
At the speed we're sailing, we should be a lot closer to that island by now.
Is it floating?
It doesn't seem any bigger at all. And it's to the side.
Are we being repulsed?
I look down into the water to see if there's like a current we're fighting.
Yeah, you can look down, see, roll of perception.
So it's not due to this being fog. Are we still in fog, or are we?
No,
like,
you're in clear
New
sailing
land?
blue day.
24.
24. This is like the first time in a while that you've looked down, and during the day, you actually see what looks like normal flowing water going off the sides. We're using the magical orbs at the moment. But you do see fish seem to be like swimming towards it and then getting close and then swimming away. Little fish, like little kippers and things. Nothing strange or anything. You gave me a funny look there, Mike.
Did I?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fine.
I'm very expressive in the fight.
I mean, again, being that I've been on ships before, am I going to be able to like tell if there's something funny going on here, or would I have seen something like this before?
You can roll a history. See if that. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary. It doesn't seem like the water's being pushed the other way.
11.
11. I mean, you've seen fish before. But like, you've seen fish that are attracted to the orbs because it's shiny and it's touching the water. It's strange.
I'm going to assume it's the island that's weird. I'm going to have a really good look at the island, see if I can work out what's going on with it.
Roll a perception or investigation.
How far away is the
I'll
island
go
roughly?
investigation.
Yeah.
How far away is the island roughly?
You would probably guess a few hundred feet. Oh,
Hmm?
no. Good mile or so, sorry.
So I rolled a 19, but if that's not good enough, I'm happy to use tactical mind.
No, I think that's good enough. Yes, you definitely watched that island for a while. And as long as the ship is staying true, you believe the island is moving away and to the side. Like, to the left, right. To the right of you. Away from you.
Can I see below the waterline at all? It doesn't have, like, is it a creature or?
It's too far away to tell that kind of information.
So,
But you
if,
see on its back there are trees and on the hills.
so if we're sailing north, it's traveling northwest.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dana,
sorry.
you can fly.
That's a long way away, a mile.
Huh. Okay.
I can go and have a
I
look
can
though.
throw you if you want.
I'd be keen for you to have a look.
Okay, can I attempt to start flying that way and see?
I'm gonna cast Long Strider on you to give you an extra 10 feet of flying speed.
Okay.
See if that works.
How long does Long Strider wear?
That's a good question. An hour.
Oh, okay, that will be fine. Alright. Do you allow him to touch you and cast Long Strider on you?
Yep.
Okay.
Want me to roll anything?
According. I am.
Touch creature that targets
No, I'm
speed
not doing
increases
for
by
that.
10 feet until the spell ends.
What would you use for? Actually, yeah. Okay, roll a perception while you take off. Ooh,
10.
10. Okay. Alright, that's fine. You take off and you start flying towards the island.
Fly away.
You fly away. How long does it take to travel a freaking mile at this speed?
How many feet are in a mile?
Yeah.
About 4,500, 5,000.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
about 4,500-ish.
Divided by
So you can move what, 40 feet
50 now, isn't it?
40 feet normally.
50.
So it'd be 50,
50,
now.
and then you can
Did you say
action dash,
4,000?
bonus action dash, I'm assuming.
80 rounds.
It was 100 feet. 40 feet.
So it would take about 8 to 10 minutes of you flying
Yeah,
to get
bonus
there.
action dash.
You can bonus action dash, and can you action dash as
Yeah,
well?
well, 8 minutes sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Because it's not. She
Well,
can't
it'll be
Not
just
action,
2
dash,
moves.
mile.
Like the dash is your bonus
I'm going to be using my knowledge
or your
of
action, isn't it?
flying, and
So
I'm
she's
going
a
to try and
rogue, so
catch.
she's-
Oh,
try and
she's
catch
a
two
rogue.
streams
So can
as
you
I'm going to
bonus
try and
action dash and action
help
dash?
make it easier.
I think maybe as a
Are
rogue you can.
you going to use your bonus action dash and all that stuff? Like,
Yep.
You are.
Cunning action rogue. Nice.
Okay. So you will definitely get there a lot faster. You'll get there in about 5 minutes instead.
Mm-hmm.
As you fly through the cloud, or where the cloud area should be, going higher and higher, and ship starts to get smaller. From your guys' point of view, she starts to become a dot in the sky.
I'm gonna give Behan a slight elbow, and I'm gonna say, "What did you tell her to do?"
Go check out that island.
Okay. I really need to learn how to speak whatever it is you guys speak.
I'll continue to help.
As
Take
you guys
on.
watch her fly before she gets too small, you notice that she does drop occasionally randomly. Starts to drop from the sky and then recovers and carries on. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay.
5.
Okay. As you reach this island, you see the island. It has a wake coming off it, like it is moving. So there's no actual
Oh, no.
like. There's no beach or anything like that on it.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes straight from mountain.
It's
The water.
It's just land.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's right.
But you are feeling exhausted from this flight. This is the first time you've flown in quite a while this distance. So you will have to land with that Constitution saving.
As I'm going to land, can I do an investigation as I'm coming down to see if there's anything in particular or odd, or somewhere that looks quite comfy to land instead of just randomly somewhere?
Yeah, you can do an investigation as you come down.
24.
Yeah, it was a good roll or a good draw. Yeah, you notice quite a few trees and things like that you could land on if you were worried about landing on the ground there. You do even notice a hut in the middle of this little forest. The back of this thing is everyone's already noticed it. I've said back twice now.
It's an island.
So as I'm coming into land, I'm going to land near the hut on a tree, and I'm going to use Shadow Cloak and become invisible.
You should jab the hut. Jab the hut.
Oh god, we're gonna get banned.
Terrible way.
Yep. So you become invisible as you land. From your guys' point of view, you see a tiny little speck. Oh, that is Danica.
Can we see it
Land.
a mile away?
I mean, as far as you can see a mile away, you probably still see a black shadow
long
of
as
her.
Have we been getting closer on the ship?
And you are getting closer. You are gaining.
But it's not moving to the side anymore, away from us.
Oh, it is, but but the captain has now corrected his angle and pointed straight.
Get to leeward of it, or whatever it's called, behind it. We could slipstream and get into its wake, and then we would actually,
Faster.
yeah.
Well,
go a lot
once we
faster.
realise that it is actually moving, do we have a conversation rather than just recklessly going in ahead?
Yes, we definitely.
Well, I was going to wait till Danica returned and
Yeah.
find out something about it.
What are you going to do while you're on this island?
Well, I'm kind of catching my breath and resting a little bit. Can I just be looking around from where I am, seeing if I can spot anything? You know, does the house or the hut look like it's been lived in, or is it covered in cobwebs? Is there, you know, movement? Is there light?
Is it Art Deco?
It is a modern glass style house. No. So as you take a closer look, how long do you think you would spend looking at?
I imagine I'd be quite tired, so I'd probably need, 5-10 minute rest before I try to fly back?
5 minutes would be fine. Yeah.
So I'd say I'd spend most of the 5 minutes.
Okay. That's long enough to have a good look at it. It's a stick hut basically. It's been thrown together by someone long ago. So it's half collapsed as well. Yeah. It's somewhere that someone has tried to stay. Basically, for that long, I would say you look at it and see that someone got halfway through building a hut before they vacated this area.
I have a ball bearing in my pocket.
Yeah.
Am I able to try use my short bow and fling it at the building, bounce it off the wood hut, see if anything?
We need to just throw it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll throw it.
you can throw it. You throw it.
Does anything
And-
happen?
You hear the sound of a ball bearing hitting wood. It's bang! Or thunk, really, wasn't it? Hitting wood. Nothing happens. Bounces, hits the grass on the hill.
Okay.
5 minutes passes.
Can I see from where I am the ship, or am I kind of is it in the?
You can see the ship.
So the house is not hidden in the center of the island type thing. It's
It's just on the hillside.
okay. I'm just going to head straight up and try and fly back then.
You take off and start making your way back towards the SS.
Which
Threat
should be
Adventure.
probably less than half the time as it going
Yeah.
towards.
So this time instead of 5, it takes you 3 minutes to fly back.
Oh, it's on the way back.
You guys notice the little.
Is she
well,
not
the
still
star-
invisible? Right?
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh no, it's only when you're in shadows, isn't it?
Dim light.
Ah,
Dim shadow, yeah. So as soon as she launches herself, you see her shoot up into the sky. Can I get one more Constitution saving throw, please?
16.
I made that one lower because you had to fly less anyway. You come back, you're not needing to rest straight away like you did last time. Any reaction as you see her flying back?
We'll ask the captain, what's the plan? Are we going to head towards that moving island?
I just want to ask about the island.
When she gets back, yeah. So you're asking the captain, hopefully make land, tie ourselves to the island and
If
see
it's,
what's on there.
if it's moving, should we just avoid it completely and try and find some regular land?
Moving land, it could be part of this new land that we've come across.
Doesn't make me feel very easy, but if you and Falkris think it's a good idea, then sure.
I think it would be a great way to fill your book.
Yeah, I don't really want to, but I don't want to have to draw in islands that can move on their own. It doesn't sound like a fun job to keep track of where it is on the... No, I don't want to go there.
Do we vote?
I want to hear more about the island first.
I don't want to go onto the island. I think it seems dangerous.
Would you like to go back to the island?
It has a hut on it that's falling down.
Okay, well,
Someone's tried to make a stick house, but they weren't very good at it.
didn't look like it had gotten like wet or submerged or anything.
I threw a rock at it and it did nothing.
Is there a good harbour we can go to?
No. There's no sand.
No
It's-
beach.
No, it's the island's running away and it's just mountains and trees.
Does it look like a dome like this?
I'm gonna be translating this to
Yes.
Is that all?
It's a fucking turtle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop metagaming.
we don't know that, but
I mean, I'm guessing from the
I'm
fact that
guess-
it's shaped like.
I'm guessing that if it's moving, it's either magic or it's
it's
a creature.
So no beaches and looking like a dome makes me think turtle.
Because I mean, the concept of a machine that wouldn't enter my mind.
Right.
So,
But there's a hut on it, right? That's kind of interesting.
well, but it's not like
I
It
feel
wasn't
like
not like there's a
Good hut.
temple
Right.
covered in
It's
gold
so
or anything.
focused,
So I don't
that's
really
the
see the
leaders.
point in being here. Be honest, I
What
don't
if
think
there
it's part of
was?
it. I don't think it's part of our mission.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that built into the
be
character
honest, I
already?
feel like everything here
I
is
can understand
interesting.
the
We could
whatnot.
find somewhere a lot safer to go and
Yeah,
investigate.
Okay, so I don't need to
I
worry
think
about
there'd be
that.
stuff that we could find that would be more beneficial to our mission.
It's not coming towards us. Let's
It-
just
it-
leave
it-
it be.
Can we go build a hut?
You can do that.
I'll repeat.
I don't know
in
why you're
whatever
asking
language.
me. You're gonna ask.
So if we tally up the votes, what?
Sergeant's not king.
I don't think so. We got like yes, weirdo, no, and I'm no.
What is the captain
What,
of the
what,
boat
what
think?
is Caldex?
Talric?
Calric, sorry.
Talric's probably still in his room.
And what does the
He'd probably
captain
want to
say?
go then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, actually, yeah. He probably would, wouldn't he?
It's
Because it's
not-
land.
Yeah, he probably would.
Need to.
Right, we'll go
Land.
with the captain's decision then.
At the
Because
end of the day, it's your guys' adventure that we're just your boatmen. While you're on here, what we do is you need to get to places, but you follow the orders of
Maybe-
what I say for safety.
Maybe we follow it, but don't approach it and see if we can find other land.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's politically important for the war effort.
no, I don't think so.
I
either.
just think it's interesting.
We
Yeah.
could find more interesting. How about we follow it, and then if it does
It'd
nothing,
be a
maybe
good
we get
way-
in front of it to have a look at all angles.
It'd be a good way to actually catch some speed without using. I don't know if we use fuel or anything.
No, fuel. But
Okay. Are we actually moving faster if we're in the wake of this thing?
as you have slipped into it, yeah. You've actually
Yeah,
picked
well,
up.
that's a good way to catch some speed. Why don't we?
I think the best thing to do is to scout around the island before we actually approach.
What do you reckon it eats?
It would probably just filter as it went, like massive amounts of plankton or seaweed or something.
If that thing's a friggin' animal, then I don't want to go anywhere near it because I know exactly what Valkyris is gonna want to do.
Eat it?
He's gonna want to fight it. All right.
No, you can't fight something. That sort of thing. It doesn't even fight you. It just sweeps you out of the way.
If there's a way to fight something, he'll figure out
not-
how to do it.
It's not really they're not really, those sort of things aren't really sentient things, are they? Anyway, if we can get more speed from this, and it's basically in the direction we're going, I say we go with it for a while, and why don't we explore over here?
Well, we're not really kind of going anywhere in particular, but speed sounds
So
good.
hey, let's just catch a break behind
Right.
this thing, and we'll have a quick look while we're here.
Cool. So you,
Quick look, not intensive.
Not going on it. All right.
Okay, well you stay on the boat.
Like I did last time. Yeah, exactly.
we did that well for you last time. Okay, so how close do you think would like to get to
A
it?
mile.
You're already within that mile.
Exactly. Let's
Well,
follow
if we've
it.
got to be in the wake, we've got to have to be pretty
All
close.
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, why not just attach ourselves to it? Easily unattachable, attach ourselves to it, and then we just go on board from that way.
Get close behind it.
No, but not so close that if it turned around to snap at us, that would.
Oh, can you imagine something that big turning around quickly?
And
Yeah, I
then
can imagine that.
Then you want to tie a rope to a tree to see if it can pull us that way?
I was thinking about
I mean, the wake's probably
someone
just good
taking a grappling hook and then us just shimmying across. Which would be good if you didn't come there. You'd probably fall.
I'm not leaving the boat.
If there's no beach and it's just cliffs, sort of thing. You still want to explore then. It's quite dangerous there. Trying to go aboard that way. And there's no way to keep up with it if we were on a rowboat.
Korath's just going to turn around and leave.
I'm keen on just leaving this place altogether, to be honest.
Sure.
Yeah. But you guys want to insist on going there.
I'm not insisting. I'm just curious. I mean,
The best decision.
I'd be much more interested if the hut looked finished.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be long abandoned, you said, didn't you?
Well, it's not very well made. I can make a better one.
Well, why don't we try your hut making skills at the next place we get?
So we're not playing on the island? I'm going to look really upset.
I know, but there's going to be plenty of other islands for you to play on.
The boat's boring.
I know.
You don't want to get close to this island then?
Did you go?
No, I don't. I honestly,
follow
I
its
don't.
way?
Fast.
Hey,
You still want to follow in its wake, or
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I've seen, like, I'm 70 years old and I've seen a lot of stuff, and this just screams danger. I don't think we should go onto this island.
okay, yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's avoid it.
avoid it?
Hmm.
Do we want to push these, now that we're in the wake, do we want to push the orbs to get out and get away from it as quickly as we can?
No, I say we can use it more like a slingshot. So wait until we've got some good speed up,
And
and
then,
then fly out.
okay. Alright, we'll see how fast this wake can get us, and then we'll get out.
I think that would be the safest way rather than getting caught in an eddy or something.
But we'll still have to get reasonably close, within a couple 100 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'm okay with that.
Won't be adventures yet.
Right. Got a decent roll for his steering ability. So, the captain takes the helm himself this time. And starts to ease off on the arcane orbs. Starts using the weight to start guiding the ship. You don't really notice that he eases off on the orbs, because the closer you get, the faster you're getting. You're getting faster and faster.
As the ship's getting faster, Talrick's going to come out from under the deck. He's going to see land, and he's going to go to the side of the boat and yell, "Land! Land! Ahoy!"
Okay. As he yells that, the island starts turning.
Oh, amazing.
Oh no!
So
And-
we are going to the island after all?
No, the island's coming here.
Awesome.
As it turns, it slows, and your speed slows. It also starts to seem to shrink as it sinks further into the ocean.
This could be bad.
Talrick's going to land. No, not land. Go, go, go!
As you yell "go," the captain puts the orbs on as hard as he can and turns the ship away from that land.
I go to the back of the boat waiting to see the mouth come out from the water.
You might just see the top of the mouth.
I'm gonna yell to the
other end
captain
of
and see if
boat's
there's
in the
anything
bottom.
I can do to help go faster.
To go faster, no, but prepare just in case that island's turning.
Did you go under the ship, Alfred?
All right, I'll draw my
no.
sword.
To the rear of the boat.
Yeah, well, I'm,
Here we go,
I'm getting
boys.
ready for battle.
Form up.
I don't think information's going to cut it, Sergeant.
Korath will say, "Load the cannons just in case."
I'll have no cowardice in the ranks. Thank you very much.
You can get to a cannon. and
Yeah, I'm
if you
going to
wanna-
tell the crew and whoever else will listen to start loading cannons just in case.
Yeah,
I'll help with cannons.
yeah.
I'm doing a cannon.
Cool. Can I get... Ooh. That would be...
Engineering.
Yeah, we don't have an engineering skill,
Sleight
do
of
we?
hand.
I'd just say a D20 test, but if you've got proficiency in
Yeah.
like weapons, then you can add your dex modifier.
Oh,
an
yeah,
ed-
I would
ed
say
check, maybe?
if you have proficiency in guns or something like that,
Yeah,
then
just
you
do a
could.
dex check, but
So
you're
just
only
roll a dex check.
I got no idea.
Would a
So
pistol
it'll be-
help? Pistol
I'd say it's
proficiency help?
similar idea, so...
straight up 10.
10.
10?
10.
Okay. We'll say you each get a crew member as well. So yeah, a 10's good enough.
I know what I should have done.
Used your tactical mind.
No.
So as you load it, you start putting in the fuse into the cannon, and then the crew member's like, no, you put that in the end, and then you corrects you, so you load the cannon. And he lights the little flint getting ready, so you can actually put that down when you're ready to fire. The island, it shrinks even further.
Now, this shrinking, is it the island shrinking or is it
It's
submerged?
submerging.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Really come
In the time it takes you to get the guns ready, it has gone completely under the water. You see where it was is some branches of trees and things like that floating.
Hello?
You see, what, Nikita, you see the remnants of that hut floating in the water.
I'm going to point to it and say, see, I told you it wasn't a very good hut.
As you say that, the ship lurches as a tree starts to appear on the port side.
I'm gonna like grab hold of like something sturdy that I can grab hold of.
You're gonna try that also familiar knot to your body.
Not
eh?
that knot. I learnt my lesson, alright?
I think at this point, Talric has no idea what to do, so he's just clinging on to the top of the boat, onto a wood.
Cool. More trees start appearing, and then you feel a thunk as the boat hits the back of this mountain and is pushed out of the water.
We're like Noah's Ark right now, aren't we?
You wanted to come to land, land has come to you.
No, that's not true at all. I said no many times.
Bugger.
The angle you're on, the boat practically capsizes to the side and starts sliding down the hill as
Now
it's
we're
coming
gonna
out.
have to kill it, or else we never get off.
What did I tell you?
I don't want to. I'm a reluctant
Getting off?
killer.
All good.
I kill the strong. You serve the weak or something, is it? Keep the weak. Yeah.
You kill the strong, I'll protect the weak. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna kill the strong.
Who
It's
would you like to
ridiculous
pass your
and
character
strong.
off to tonight? Who would you like to pass your character off to tonight? Or any volunteers?
Have you got to go?
Okay.
Shall we take a quick break then while
Yeah.
Cal
yeah,
just
yeah,
have- Cool.
yeah.
We'll be back soon.
Hello players and DMs, I'm Lance with Draw20, and today I'd like to introduce our illustrated card-based D20 companion. I would call it a D20 alternative, but usually when I do, all people hear is,
Once I've cast my curse of cards, they'll never use dice ever again.
these are meant to be an addition to your collection that you use for intense situations or very character-driven moments. While they do work exactly like a D20 in terms of probability, we are not trying to replace your dice. The cards themselves are a fantastic companion for any D20 system. The cards are beautiful, dramatic, fun to handle, and actually celebrate your results. From, we might actually pull this off, to, The gods are with us! Also ranging from, that was slightly craptacular, to, what in the actual was I thinking? Now that we've had a good look at the cards, I'd also like to introduce myself.
Hey there, my name is Lance. I'm an illustrator and lifelong tabletop role-playing gamer. I love to DM games that are dark and dangerous or fantastical and absurd. I love long walks in the Feywild and enhancing your abilities.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you at our next video where we're going to discuss alternative uses for DMs and players. See you soon.
In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrongs. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Amidst the traps and hidden lore, they press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design, each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test, in pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. In dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrongs. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of traps and hidden lore. They press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design. Each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test, in pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. In dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrong. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Amidst the traps and hidden lore, they press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design. Each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test, in pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure.
Oh my god, you timed that perfect. Oh my lord. I hope that actually picks you up. So when we
I'm talking about these new flavor of chips.
Oh,
Butter
which
chicken.
ones? Sorry, hang on, let's say. What ones?
It's the butter chicken flavor chip.
Oh.
This shit, don't bother.
They've got nothing on. Tim Tim.
That way. Now, what did you say about Carl leaving?
Tim Tam. Oh yeah. Now that unfortunate Carl's left, we get to have one more Tim Tam. That's right, aren't it? Hang on. That's right. It's Tim Tam. Very nice. Everybody agrees, don't they, everybody?
Yeah.
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 I do agree, but yeah. Sorry, the printing Hans. Character sheet.
One job, Josh.
I know. I know. Oh,
One job. Rather,
One more job, Josh.
yeah, I know.
rather
Just
than
add-
running the entire game.
I know.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Create a really good universe for us.
Not a shit one like hers, but
Really?
Your one
Where's
was-
the off
no.
camera discussion?
no, there's an off-camera discussion
Right.
about the favourite player. Who's catching? No. Did you want me to shoot? I'll go.
Oh,
Num num.
thank you.
Even the dungeon master loves Tim Tams.
He does. Right.
Oh, the good. Hi, everybody.
It's gonna make for a great clip. Right, so before we left for the break, you guys were being removed from the ocean via via a mountain that is coming out of the sea. And your ship is currently sliding down the mountainside as you are getting higher and higher.
The boat stopped boating.
The boat is not boating. It
As
just-
we're going, I'm just going to stand there and put my hands up and go like, "Whee! Fun!"
I'm just like, just ready on. Gonna happen.
you want to dash and grab that? It should have printed.
I blame Thelric.
Yeah. You shouldn't have yelled
Mm.
when you were right behind it, or 100 feet behind it. Draw its attention.
True. Yes.
He saw land. He wanted to get off the boat.
Yeah.
Then he regretted it immediately.
Right. So the ship carries on sliding and sliding, breaking trees, the smaller trees as it slides through,
God.
and then bonk, it gets wedged in between one stronger tree, and you're getting higher and higher out of the water.
We're on our capsized boat on this.
Yeah, so you're like, using the Tim Tam as an example, if this was how you should be, you're currently like this, with a tree stuck to the side, with the mountainside beneath it.
All right.
Tim Tam.
I'm the king of the world. Look at me, Jack. I'm flying. I'm flying.
How are you reacting to this?
I'm gonna grab whatever large piece of rope I can. I'm gonna tie one end to the boat and have a long piece of slack, and I'm just gonna make sure that if any body or anything falls off, I can pass them rope to grab. I'm just gonna assist people with staying on the boat if anything
Surprisingly,
happens.
they all rolled well, so they are all holding on to the boat, managed to hold on in time. As you all were right next to the cannons as well, pretty much, so got the banister side.
Are we stable yet?
Stable-ish. You have stopped moving.
Right. Shall we go explore?
I think we cut the tree that's wedging the boat and we just get the heck out of here.
How far are we from the water now?
At the moment, you're about 15 feet above the water.
No, from the water's edge. Are we like in the middle of the island right now?
Well,
and
you're
we're
not
like
in the
half a
middle.
mile away?
Yeah, no, it's not that big. You would probably be from the water's edge, 15 feet high, and 25 feet.
Oh,
And it's going further as it goes.
yeah, that's probably a good idea then. Yeah, I thought we were like hundreds of meters away.
Yeah. Well, the boat's gonna slide back into the water eventually. I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Has
Well,
anybody
Dana
got-
can just fly up above us, I guess.
Yeah.
We're probably already doing that.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah. Maybe I'll say to Caldex, can you ask Dana to scout for us and let us know?
Why don't we just loosen the tree up a bit and fire the cannons on the other side? And then we'll go flying in the water.
Well, I don't want to piss whatever this thing is off even more. I want to get off it.
Oh, your plan is to cut the tree?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're going
loosen,
to free the ship up so
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can
yeah,
slide.
yeah. Are you
completely
jumping
off.
off to get?
We're going to have to make sure everyone's
I'm
safe
going
first.
to use the grappling hook.
Yep.
And make like a what are they called? Noose type thing. To put under my bum,
Oh yeah.
so I can sort of
Rappel.
rappel
yeah,
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, thank you.
I think this would be a great opportunity for me to cast guidance.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have asked Garnica just to keep a lookout at the sky for us.
So I'm going to give you a pat on the shoulder. I'm going to say, you've got this, Valkyris. Get us free.
Oh, gee, thanks, man. It's awesome.
So you get to add 1d4 to the next ability check you use.
Yay. Okay.
First time I've cast guidance this campaign.
Guidance.
So what am I doing?
Right.
Am I doing
So
anything?
that would be, I would say acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm currently flying in the sky.
Yes, you would have flown up. People know.
19 plus another 3, 22.
22. Yeah, you managed to grapple down and get down. You're now under the side of the ship,
Yep.
right next to the base of the tree. You can
So-
touch the ground if you wish.
Okay. Only problem is I don't have an axe.
I have a hand axe. I can drop that down to you.
Oh,
Surely they got one on the boat.
Well,
gonna
I'll just
use
chuck
the-
you by. I'll just drop my one down to you. Ready?
Okay,
Catch.
Yep.
I'll drop it down to him.
We'll have to catch it.
make a dex check.
I'm just gonna keep lookout round the boat.
Hey, natural 20.
Yeah, you catch it mid-air.
Mid-ear. That's what a catch normally is.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Don't clip it, please. Grey moment, not a blonde moment.
All right. Good choppy chop.
Yep. Roll an attack.
While he's doing that, I'm just going to make sure that when the boat does start sliding, we don't leave anything. Like it doesn't get knocked off the boat and stays here.
Secure stuff. Yeah.
This will be +6, I guess.
Mhm.
Do I add my proficiency?
We're making an
You just do an
attack.
attack.
Okay.
Swing that.
12.
You hit the tree. Roll some damage.
It's a
D6.
D6, yeah. Whatever your normal one is.
Yeah, +4. I don't think I'll rage. Bye.
You damaged the tree. It's still standing though.
Okay.
As
Right.
you damage the tree, you hear a crack from the tree.
Does the boat look like it's gonna... Right. Go again. Probably a treant.
Alright, that'll get squished.
Should we all be waiting on the boat, or should we?
Yeah, on the boat.
22.
I'm gonna
You
jump
heard
on
it?
the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Do some damage.
8.
You'll see Korath like grabbing rope
With
to
that-
tie on barrels and things.
You cut through it. Not all the way, but enough that you hear a crack as it
go.
starts to go.
Okay, I'm not going to shimmy back up.
As you start
Whether you can
shimmying,
see any.
please make an athletics as you start climbing the rope.
Can
Can
Danica
I
see
see
anything? I've
anything?
just asked if she can see anything from up there flying.
Conveniently, the ship is resting exactly where the hut was. Other than that, no. It all looks wet now, where it was dry.
I'm just gonna reply back with, "Where's the new hut?"
I'm simply like, okay.
8.
8.
2.
You start climbing quickly, and in your haste to climb up, you slip back down and you're right beside the tree again.
Right. And am I probably going to get squished?
I'd say no, not where you are, as long as the ship doesn't start rolling.
Okay.
If he's going to climb up again, can I assist with the top? Can I pull the rope
Yep.
up as he's climbing it?
Yeah.
Do you want us to both roll? Or do you want him to roll with
Yeah,
advantage?
roll a strength check for you. And same for you for athletics for you.
9. I rolled a 3.
Strength or athletics for me?
Strength.
Strength?
Yep.
8.
You start pulling him up and he starts climbing. You start to slip again. But as you start to slip, I'll say, Korath, you reach down and grab Falcris's arm and brace him against the banister at the side. You're still outside of the ship, but you're braced against the edge so you'll be able to climb up.
Okay.
As you do that, the tree gives.
Ooh.
And the ship starts sliding back down.
I'm just going to yell out at this point, Codex. We're moving.
RD, thanks. It's really helpful.
As you start sliding, Danica, you notice that something pops out to the water at the front, near the one side of the island.
Can I tell that it's looking like a head of some sort?
Oh yeah, it's got a. Yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like, shall I? What did I do with it?
Probably put it on the screen. Help.
I couldn't find the image.
I'm going to point towards where the mini second island has appeared. And I'm going to be,
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to say, this island has eyes.
So imagine a hillside forest on that. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's one that.
Shall we fight?
That's one that normally resides underwater. This one has decided it prefers to live up on the surface.
On my wall.
It's too bad our boat's heading the opposite direction.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What, down the back of it?
Yeah. Away from the head.
Oh man, look, I'll take the front.
That one's sorry.
Korath is just holding on.
Right. You slide. Would you like to pull yourself up now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a strength check.
Oh, 22.
Yeah. With Korath holding you there and you now able to pull yourself up, you scramble onto the deck. Just as the ship reaches the edge of this turtle dragon.
Turtle dragon.
Well,
Aren't they like really, really tough?
Nope, I have no idea. It's just an island when you get off it.
You are now officially off it, and whoosh, as you hit the ocean yet again. The head you see is now turning towards where the ship is,
We better aim.
and the island starts to turn following it.
Tarok's going to yell out saying, "Don't hurt it, we just need to get out of here."
I'm going to point to it and go, the Island is now looking at us.
Right.
I'll say stand to but hold fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna just make sure the cannon's ready to go on whatever side the head's gonna be.
Yep. And the captain re-engages the orbs,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel the ship launch itself away from this island.
Hopefully permanently.
And as it does, you glance back behind you and the rest of you see this giant head and its eye that it can see you with, side of its face, is fixated on your ship.
You're gonna have.
Are you going to come back to the ship, Danica? As you see it launch away from the island?
I'm going to be trying to keep up the ship flying-ish and trying to land on one of the masts.
Mhm.
But I'm also really fascinated about this island.
Got more than one island.
I'm sure it does, but I'm very fascinated by it.
You start getting away from the ship, the dragon, and while it's turning, it doesn't seem to actually start following you at that point.
Probably a good idea. We really messed it up.
You get 120 feet away from it as it's turning, but the moment it is pointing straight at you, and you can now see both eyes are still fixated on you, it launches itself in a pursuit.
Oh no.
And it is following. What do you do? What will you
Tarek's
do?
going to run to the back of the boat so it can see the island, and he's just going to put one hand up and stare at it and just do a silent prayer to his god.
Okay. Everyone else?
I'm going to say the cannon's in the rear.
Only on sides.
Shit. Wow.
I mean, you can always move one.
Is that possible, though?
It is possible. It would just be freaking
Well, we got two really strong guys here, so let's do that. And, Delrick's no slouch either, is he? Got 17 strength.
Yep. That would Alaric be.
Tarek's on the back of the boat at the moment looking at this dragon turtle, and he said to everyone, don't hurt it.
Yeah, but if it's actually going to hurt us,
Tarek will not hurt it, no matter what.
Well, Tarek, that's
It's either
fine.
his life or the hurting the turtle.
Yep, that's fine. But if we're all going to die,
He'd rather die.
well, he can die then.
Yes.
I'm gonna land next.
me and
to...
you.
Yeah, I'll help you, Falkris.
Yeah. Let's
I'm
get.
gonna land next to Fulcrus and be in the way without realizing that I'm in the way as they're trying to move this cannon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just grab her by the head and move her.
And I'm gonna be asking, like, do islands normally have eyes?
No! Get out of the way!
So
I'll grow into my
how
large
far
form.
away is the...
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'll help.
It is about 120 feet behind you.
Right, well, if
How big is this head? Are we talking like bigger than the ship?
The head, no. The head
Okay.
itself is not bigger.
the
than
moment
the
the turtle comes within 120 feet, I'm going to cast blindness.
ship. Okay. Can I get your strength check as you guys try to move this cannon?
We both get advantage now because I'm in large form and he gets it being. Oh no, you only get that when you're raging. Or is that always?
Yeah, I'm not
advantage?
raging yet. I'm not going to rage until I'm actually in combat. So.
15.
17.
Oh, you managed to pick it up. Moving very slowly with it because it is effing heavy.
So when you large form, you get advantage on strength checks, and your carrying capacity increases by double.
Okay. So I would say it will take you 2 rounds to get there to the back of the ship
That's fine. Okay.
because of
And
that.
how is this thing catching us?
As you look, it doesn't seem like it is. Where are you standing, Kaldak?
I'm sort of nearer to the back, but like out of the way of the others. But yeah, if it gets within 120 feet.
Yeah. You're keeping an eye on it?
Keep an eye on the
Cool.
distance.
Can I look at this island creature?
Mm-hmm.
And from looking at it, does it look like it wants to attack us, or does it look like it's genuinely curious as to what the hell we are?
Roll an insight. Oh. Or, actually, no, roll in nature.
5.
Unsure. You've never seen anything like this before.
Yes, I know. I'm very curious
Yeah.
about it.
Hard to say what's in its eyes. You now make it to the end with that cannon.
As we approach, Talric's going to turn around and see the cannon being carried by the 2 giant human beings, and he's going to put both of his hand up and say, "Stop it! Stop it! You can't! Don't hurt it! Don't hurt it! I won't let you."
Okay, well, I'll say, right, soldier, this is order. Move out of the way. We're not going to fire unless it's going to attack us.
You promise it you
It's
can't
the
hurt
last
it.
resort. I don't want to have to fight this thing.
Boreth is gonna put his hand on Tarik's shoulder
Yourself. Yeah. Lay on hands, are you?
and just say, "Look, we promise we won't hurt it unless that's our only option." Okay. I don't know what Tarik would actually do at this point because of what information I've got about his character.
And how he's played it.
So I think he's just gonna shut down and just like,
Start praying.
yeah, just not look at what's actually going on.
Okay.
How far away is the turtle now, sir?
120 feet.
Right. Just
Ish.
if it gets within jumping range, tell me.
Yep. Okay, you put the cannon down. You got it still loaded, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you just in case we need a
Founder's guidance line.
10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Can we load it with I don't know if we have different types of ammo here because
Behan will be next to us. He can help load.
yeah. Normally there's several types of shot. If you're fighting another ship, you fire what
The
they call
scatter ones. Yeah.
the chain shot, which is half a cannonball attached by chain. Rip sails, okay. But there's two other types. There's ball, which you want to damage
Blood
big
drain.
holes, okay. But the other one is case. And it's like shotgun. And that's what I want to use against its eye.
Yep.
If we
You can load that type of weapon, yep.
And if we do have to shoot it, we won't kill it, but it will probably not want to chase
You
us
could
after.
use actually one of those sacks of.
Oh, the sack of balls,
Yeah.
ball bearings.
Perfect.
We'll just load
Yep.
the whole friggin' sack in.
Yeah.
You can load that in.
It'd
Yeah.
be like getting a handful of sand in your
Done.
eye, and that would you'd stop fighting then because you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just out of interest, does anyone actually know what we are fighting?
We're not fighting
Like-
it. We're
Well,
running.
yeah, you're running
Well-
at the moment.
Running from? and in characters.
No, it's just a ginormous thing.
I think Behan had an idea that
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
he
Yeah,
worked
right.
out as a
Yeah.
turtle.
giant
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
monster thing.
Yeah.
I think we all had that idea that it's some kind of giant reptilian thing, but guess what? We don't care. It's just it's just going to hurt us. So it doesn't matter what it is. Let's just hope we can get away.
As you keep watching it for the next minute or so, it doesn't seem to gain on you. It's almost like it's working out what you are.
Just as we were keeping our distance from it earlier, now it's keeping its distance from us.
Yes, basically. After that minute, however, it starts to creep closer as its curiosity is being piqued. Wants to investigate more. So it is now approaching or reducing that 120 feet.
Also, yeah, if it gets that 120, I'm gonna cast blindness on.
Yep.
As you do that,
Is it a save?
are you standing at the
Yeah.
back with me and Tarik and
Like,
Valkris and Behan?
yeah, sort of down.
So,
towards the back.
yep. And you're flying up above? Or you've landed on the mast?
I've
You
landed,
landed down by
down
where the
by
cannon.
the cannon, so I'm standing
Oh,
near
right.
the cannon, just being
Was.
really confused.
So all six of us are standing on the back.
Pretty much now, yeah.
And it's a con 15.
Constitution saving throw plus 300. No, plus 11. That is a 26.
Can you do a thingy?
Oh, reduce it by
Yep.
4,
Ah,
22.
do it, do it,
Can I-
do it, do it.
Reduce it again by 10.
Nice.
So what did I say? Now
It
it's
was 20 to 20, 24 to 20, or 26 to 22 down to
12.
12.
Yeah,
What
Okay,
was your DC saving throw?
15.
Nice.
good job.
That's all right.
Have we actually used them this time?
You did. Hopefully it doesn't attack.
As soon as you blinded it, tell the captain, head west.
Yeah. Captain, I've blinded the turtle. Head west.
Okay. Starts turning the ship. And how long does that blindness last for?
An hour.
1 minute.
Oh, is it 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 minute duration.
He turns the ship as sharply as he can to put it on a westerly angle. And as he sails away, you see that the turtle is still keep going straight towards where you were. It keeps going that way for the next couple of rounds and catches up to where you would have been when you turned. However, you're now westerly by good 40 feet.
What
to the
does it
side
do
of
when it catches up to where we were?
It starts to shift its head around and hard to say that you guys wouldn't even notice it, but it's like scenting the water, basically.
Okay, so it's not actually attacking, it's more curious.
Curious now, yeah. But even with the blindness, you guys are making a movement in the water. And it sits there for
Maybe we should becalm ourselves.
about 30 seconds and then senses where your boat is and starts turning towards. Korath, as you're watching it turn, you notice it does the same thing it did last time. It's real slow in turning. But as soon as it's pointing towards where you are, it launches itself again.
Maybe we should go in a zigzag pattern.
Yeah, I'll say Falkris. It doesn't know the West Coast side shuffle. Maybe we can zigzag, get out of its
The
path.
West Coast sidestep. How many times?
If we just employ that maneuver, I think we can get around it. I think it can't turn, but it can go fast in a straight line.
Okay, so we just keep changing direction.
Yeah.
We tack, we tack,
yes.
we tack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that to the captain. Tack.
Okay.
Tack every minute? How long does it take for it to turn 90 degrees, let's say?
About 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll tell him to tack every 30 seconds.
Okay.
90 degrees each time, so we'll just go in a zigzag, and that way we might be able to keep ahead of it.
I'll stay on the starboard side. You stay on the Falcon side.
The port side.
Yep. That's what I did.
Falcon.
I'm not a sailor, Falkris.
I'm not either! You should listen!
I don't know.
Stop praying and start listening!
Right. The captain agrees and starts implementing that. The blindness wears off on the turtle dragon, and it can now see you again. As it's now see you again, who's got the highest insight?
Not me.
You again. You, Korath, notice. Hey? Yes.
20 minutes.
You notice that about 15-20 seconds after you started changing direction, and it started following you again, it snaps at the water angrily.
Alright, so now it's attacking us. So
But I think we can get it away from it.
you reckon?
Well, it doesn't seem like these mana stones have any fuel source, so we can go indefinitely as long as we've got somebody steering the ship. But that thing must tire out at some point, especially if it's chasing.
So, as we're changing direction, how close do we get to the turtle?
I would say every time, after the first one that you've just done, you get so far and you change every 30 seconds. It gets marginally closer every time, within a few feet, and then you've turned enough that it's now got to stop and turn.
I'm gonna say to Felkris, it seems to be chasing the water. Can't we just shoot something in the opposite direction for it to chase?
I think it's got our scent somehow to make it. It's using all its senses. I think if we continue what we're doing until night time, then we can deceive it. If it doesn't have great night vision, maybe we can. So what was that thing they did in Master and Commander where they put fake? They got a couple of barrels. They stuck a pole on it, put the lantern, then turn their own lights off and sent it off on its course.
Behan's gonna put his hand up and say, "Well, actually, we do have a spare powder keg barrel. Could we not just
Blow it up.
light a long fuse on that, push it into the water, and let it explode? Perhaps the turtle will turn to face it, which will give us enough time to escape."
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's throw in some a heap of ball bearings, but not enough to make it sink. So it'll get some shrapnel.
Okay.
You're not just got powder then.
So you're gonna drop that off at a turn point, or
Yeah, just
When
let
we
it
attack, yeah.
float away.
okay? You get it ready. A couple more turns and all that, and the time it takes you to get it ready. You do notice that it gets within 10 feet of your ship, or the mouth of it gets within 10 feet before you manage to turn and get out of its way. And it stops and starts to turn. As you release that one behind you and start to shift it away, push it away. It still seems to be more attracted to you and starts to follow. How long of a fuse would you have put on it, you reckon?
Well, I think the idea was that when it snaps, we're going to time it so we drop it off.
Oh,
And
so
it
you're
will
holding on
snap,
to it. Oh, yeah.
and it's going to take it in the mouth, then boom.
Okay. Okay, so no, you don't drop at the end then.
Yeah.
You guesstimate you've got 2 more turns before it's going to actually be within range to snap.
So
Okay.
how close is it at the moment?
So maybe the turn before the
Well, every
before it
turn
hits us. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's getting closer
Because we've only got
before
one
you
shot.
start getting just out of its range.
And how close is it though at the moment?
At that time that you just made the turn, it was about 10 feet behind the bow of your ship.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my.
The back of your ship. Turn. Not bow, bow's front.
Stern.
I'm gonna
Stern.
use my telepathic communication to try and intimidate the turtle,
Okay.
and tell him to back off, or we're gonna kill him. Or like scream at him. Like, scream at him,
We've
like-
probably got a reptilian mind, and it needs to be a lot of intelligence.
He might be
there.
an intelligent too.
Mm.
But
So
either
try
way,
it.
either way, I'm screaming at
Try
him,
it.
like from in his head, trying to intimidate him.
Just an internal
Like,
intimidation.
Is that a save or anything for it?
no, it's just
It's just an
The
intimidation
voice
check,
that-
so it's
yeah.
a charisma.
Roll your intimidation.
19.
Oh, that's not bad.
And insight is what skill? Insight would be the one to counter that. I don't have that on my list. What
Insight
that?
is wisdom.
Wisdom. God, no, you fucking even. Oh. Shit. What did you get?
A 19.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah. It definitely halts it for a second because it's like, where the fuck is this
And I'm
voice
just gonna
coming
keep
from?
on screaming if it doesn't,
Yep.
until we get out of that 30-foot range.
Yep, the ship pulls away from that range, and as it's still like halted in its position, and as your voice fades, it seems to be more pissed off now. And where it would have normally stopped for the turn, as you turn another time, it's not stopping. It's going to charge straight at the ship.
Right, so it's going to get within jumping range?
Yep.
Right, I'm jumping at it.
Okay.
I want to jump onto its head above its mouth.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
You got guidance
Have you
on
got
this first
the?
Yep.
Have you got the barrel with you?
No.
No. Okay.
No, that's back with them.
one? Yeah, Behan's gonna
I do have my grappling hook though in my shield hand.
Cool.
So if I slip on some slime, I'm going to try and use it to hook myself on or something. Oh, 19. Plus what?
No, that's fine. Is it
Acrobatics?
Athletics, because you're jumping.
Athletics, 25.
Sweet. You do manage to jump off the stern of the ship straight onto its head, just as its shell, right behind its head, hits the back end of the ship.
Ooh.
Crushing into it.
Well, so as it's like obviously touching the boat, the barrel would have been held in its place. So now
That's right.
the barrel's in its mouth, essentially.
It's not near its mouth though.
Where's its mouth?
So
Because it's not opening its mouth. It's
Yeah.
Well, its
charging.
face, head, eye, whatever.
head
What's
would be
touching the boat?
its shell.
So its head's inverted inside of its shell.
No,
I'm confused as to how this
Okay,
works.
so this ship here, I mean, there's the ship. It didn't
Got
actually
two.
go like that. It went like that
Oh,
with the
okay.
shell, so its head will be over here.
okay.
Yeah.
So if this is your ship, it went. Try and do it so the camera can do it. That's the head. It went like that into the side of the ship.
So the head's gone like underneath the ship.
So the side cannon.
It's in the water behind the ship.
I don't know.
But-
You're not going to penetrate its shell, man. It'd be like trying to go through a
But the
mouth.
side cannon could be by its neck. Correct?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna run over and go and fire one of the side.
Okay.
Or like the back side.
Isn't it? The side, the ship will be, the side where the cannons are will be up here, and its head will be down here. It'll be pretty hard, and
Just
they'll
fire
only,
it.
they'll only,
Do it. The blast should deafen it.
yeah. I was just gonna say it'll only depress so far, won't it? I'm pretty sure you can't get it down to waterline.
That's fine. It'll
Mm.
deafen the bloody thing.
Oh, by the way, as I land on it, I'm
Yep.
gonna trigger my rage.
Okay. What are you doing while you're on there? Well, Caldex is
The
running.
idea is that I want to get next to its eye and start fucking stabbing it. Right, so I don't want to kill it. I just want to mess it up enough so it's going to leave us alone.
Okay, you start running towards its eye.
Is
Just-
it that far?
You've got a
I
bit
thought
of
it'd be sort of a shimmy along.
no. There's a bit of ground to get to.
Okay.
I'd say you probably have about 10, 15 feet to move.
Okay.
But you do make it there, just as Caldex makes it to the cannon.
Hey, nice knowing you guys.
No, that's fine. You're not quite in that range of where the cannon is, so you're fine.
What's Benny going to do?
Make your attack and make your attack, please. Just a standard attack. D20 roll, please.
11.
Cool.
21. Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's
21
not
to,
plus, like,
21 to hit.
plus nine.
I added what a plus would be for the cannon already in my head. As you go towards its eye, you do manage to penetrate its eye. Please roll some damage for it. Your cannon shot fires and splashes into the water. As you were correct, it does not go low enough, but it does make a loud noise. Please roll your damage.
36, either 9 or 7. So I'll take the 9, which is plus 2, 6, 15. Plus Divine Fury to get one around. Another 3. So 18.
18?
Yep.
Awesome. Because I'm not doing the math taking that off that. Right. With the noise of the cannon and you stabbing it in the eye, it bucks and closes its eye. Can I please get a acrobatics check to see if you can hold on to it?
This be interesting. Do I still get that D4 to add or?
Yeah, and you can use it once in the next 10 minutes. Or whatever D20 roll you want.
Oh, not everyone.
We're on the boat. We're safe.
We
didn't jump off.
19, 21.
Cool. You managed to hold on to the head, which was unwise as it starts to dive under the water
All right, well, now I'm letting go.
Now you let go. And you guys on the ship hear crunch, crunch, crunch as the trees on the back of this turtle hit the back end of the ship and starts cracking at the wood.
Oh no.
Yep. It dives down deep under the water before anyone could get another shot
I'm gonna
off.
cast Mage Hand and throw a rope over to.
Yep, you throw it
Under the
over.
water.
Yeah. You throw a rope over to where you believe Valkyris is, but with something such a large creature diving, it creates a lovely little suction pool as it dives quickly. And someone is
Way under.
gonna have to hold his breath.
Yeah. Is that a Constitution save? Was it?
No, you can just hold your breath
Yeah.
for up to.
I believe you hold your breath. I think it's a minute per your con bonus.
3 minutes.
I do actually have the water rules somewhere over there. And then it's like the rounds after that, after the 3 minutes has gone by, is your +3. You've got 3 rounds to get above surface
It's like
after
death
you're
saves.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no, that's when you're sounded round.
33.5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm swimming which way? I mean, I'll blow some bubbles out and follow them up.
You don't actually go that deep, so you do manage to make it up.
Okay.
But you are quite away from the ship.
Okay. Well, I'm a big lad and I'm giant at the moment, so I can start swimming towards them.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's your perception? Oh, yeah. I'd say because you're outside the ship and Korath, you're on it, so both of you notice with your high perception, Korath. You notice big, large cracks on the bow, the stern of the ship.
Okay.
You're swimming towards.
Okay.
Just get Valkyris on the boat.
Yep. I'm getting on the boat. And do I have to swim or?
You swim. It's I believe it's your movement minus a foot per feet you can move.
Yep. Well, I'll swim back to the boat as fast as I can, basically.
Or squares you can move. It's a foot less, something like that.
What is half? Swim
No.
speed is half.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
For each foot you move half of that for your swim speed. Unless you have a swim speed.
Okay, so half then. All right, then I'll look it up later. But yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
Yep, we'll move half. Then. But you do manage to make it to the
The boat's moving towards where he would have been sucked towards there anyway.
trees back.
And then we want to turn the boat directly at 180 degrees away.
Okay.
Josh, can I see from where I'm standing on the deck, can I see like a spare rope or anything that looks long enough to reach where he is in the water?
The rope that Caldex did throw, would it be long enough? Now that you've he's moving closer.
How far away is he from the rope? Like, would I be able to pick up the end of the rope, fly and drop it directly
Yeah.
above his head before he got to it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
You get a rope splash right next to you.
Thanks.
And then I'm going to fly back and point to the rope and say pull in common.
You guys gonna pull?
One of my rages. I'll have to cancel that now. Otherwise I'll be going,
Right. You do eventually make it back onto the ship.
Right, let's get out of here.
Right. The captain starts trying to get the ship moving.
I better mention the fact that it's quite badly damaged in the stern.
Can't do anything about that now. Just got to get out of here and find somewhere to dock.
He tries to engage the arcane orbs.
Oh.
Nothing.
Alright, can we row? Is there any way to row out of here? Has it got...
Alright, you do notice there's wind, so we can engage the sails and
Let's
do it.
just do that then. Bihan will cast Gust into
Oh,
the,
yeah?
Yes, into the sails.
And I'm
Okay.
going to help sort of direct our crew and sort of help. Because I obviously have worked on a ship, so I'm going to point and tell people where to go and how to drop
I mean, the
sails.
captain will be doing that too. But yes. Yep. You do manage to get going with the sails. You don't see this creature again, though.
We should further a sail. Well, the captain will know that. It's when you get a small sail and you like start tearing the stitching in it, and it goes like a
Webbing.
Hey,
Like a webbing.
yeah, and it goes all fluffy, and then you drape that over the side, and it will suck in and create like a plug in a hole. They used to do it in the sea all the time.
Okay.
And it will slow down the water coming in.
Yep.
So it was long enough for you to get repairs done and stuff. Because I guess we've probably got a couple of trees on the deck right now.
Yes, there is definitely quite a bit of debris from that on the ship. But you do that idea, and it does seem to seep the leakage into the back of the ship. Definitely slows it. It's still leaking, but
Yeah, but we just got to get out of here at the moment. We can repair it later.
Caldex, you're going to feel a hand on your shoulder and it's going to violently twist you around saying, "Why did you do that?" It's Thalric.
So what?
You shot the cannon at the dragon. I asked you not to hurt it.
Yeah, well, he was going to hurt us. So it was a matter of life or
He
death.
was hurting us!
But you didn't need to hurt
No,
it.
we did need to. We needed to get away, and that was the only way to get away.
And I hurt him too!
He's going to look at you and now notice that you've been off the boat wet.
I stuck my sword halfway through its eyeball.
all right, on board.
And that's why you're alive! So shut up!
Thalric can go back to his room now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say like if it comes down to me living or that turtle, I'm gonna pick me.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
He's just going to lower his head as he's walking downstairs.
You're a little worried.
Sorry about that, guys. What a twat. Did you hear that, Matthew?
He's the general's son.
So the general's assistant, who is ranked captain, that's his auntie or mother, I can't remember which one.
You can tell he's bloody
Spoiled.
nepotism.
He didn't earn his rank like some of us.
That's bloody rich, cuzzy.
Default.
Right. You start sailing away from this position. While you're sailing, the captain hands the reins over to his first mate while he does a inspection of the ship. He hangs his head over the sides and all that, checks where the orbs were. He does a tally for anyone that wants to know. You are missing 2 orbs. One on the rear, one on the side that the turtle hit. The one on the other side that it didn't get hit has cracked. It will not engage. The front one works though.
Oh, that's awesome, because it doesn't seem to be working very well.
Oh no, it'll stop you if you have to.
Oh, cool. Right.
But you do not see that island again
Right.
for the rest of the day. You are sailing away.
Oh. Really didn't want to fight. As Dragon 2.
Right. As night approaches and meals have been served in the galley, the captain says, "I need shifts. 2 by 2 again, if I can.
Yep.
We'll do shifts between myself and my first mate, to steer the helm, but just guards just keep an eye out, basically, in case that island comes back. So, who would like the first ship?
Korath's gonna go grab Caldex and say, "We'll have the first ship."
Yeah, let's go.
All right, me and
Danica.
Danica, sorry. We'll do second one.
I guess
Right,
Behan
yep.
and Balric too.
Okay. Okay, so first ship, Caldax and Korath, please roll perceptions for your shift.
23.
7.
Caldax, you seem deadly. What is the moon tonight?
Oh my god, he's got moon shots.
I do have moon charts. It is a half moon tonight, so not much. Average amount of
Could
light.
say mixed moon.
While we're out there on watch, I'm gonna sort of be practicing some Elvish as well. With Corey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Help him learn.
Korath, you notice the moon in the sky, clouds, stars. You notice one blue star seems to move in the sky. It's moving slowly, but it seems to have a tiny little streak behind it.
As we're talking to each other, I'm gonna say, "You see that star moving up there?"
Yeah. And I'm gonna sort of think if I
No,
really.
you didn't roll high enough, mate.
As it gets
It's been
pointed.
pointed out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see
No, I
if
don't
I
see
do a
it.
history check and see if I
Yeah. Or
read anything about it before or about the stars.
I just think it's cute.
That is a
history roll that works.
24.
Hey, you got a history roll that works. I believe it was you that actually saw this thing in Motumotu. The sky is the same star.
So I'm going to say, I think that's actually the same star that I saw while I was out on watch in Motumotu.
The stars don't fall for that long, do they?
No.
Maybe it's
a
the
bit,
ISIS.
bit interesting what it is. Yeah, I definitely recognize it, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
I'll pull out my notebook and I'll just try and sketch where the star forms are and where that one is in particular.
Other than that, your watch goes completely uneventfully. Next watch.
Are we still on fight music?
No, this is seafaring music.
Oh,
I've turned
okay.
off the fight.
All right.
If there's an A next to it, that's advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be under conditions, so I've got advantage on athletics, but only for grappling.
Where, sorry?
So you click on it and it should tell you what you have the advantage for.
Perception.
Yeah, cool. What?
2d20.
Does it say why though?
It'll probably be a
At the
rogue
very top.
thing.
Shadow Eyes. It's part of your race.
Yeah, so mine says A to end the grappled condition.
So what did you get?
I haven't even rolled yet.
Ah.
8.
You see nothing.
Surprise, surprise.
However, Danica, you see the same star. The sky.
Are any of the other stars blue, or is it just that one?
Just that one. You see clouds. The half moon reflecting off the ocean.
Have I seen this star before?
Roll a history.
$18.
Good roll, but unfortunately, with your history, no. It's not even in your history.
I'm going to turn to Falkris and point at the star and go, are all stars blue out here?
Not many that I know about. Do I know anything about this stuff? Do I have to roll history as well, or do I?
No. You would assume they're always white as they are, like we see.
Does it actually? Can I notice discernible movement, like in real time, or is it just moving?
You can roll an investigation if you're gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, Nala. Good girl. I'll say, how long are you going to spend watching it?
5 minutes.
All right. With that, you are watching it long enough and concentrating on it in its correlation to the other stars. You do notice that it is moving.
Okay, it's definitely moving.
Yeah.
So that would make it something reasonably close. Have I noticed the star before? In my nature/survival training. You know how you learn, there's the pole star and there's, that
No,
sort of thing.
you've never seen the star before.
Okay.
Well-
I'm just going to keep an eye on it.
While we're sitting there on shift, I'm just going to pick up some of the pieces of wood from the trees that's still on the deck, and I'm just going to start whittling away, making arrows.
Hey. Cool. You do that while you're on duty. Other than that, nothing happens through your watch.
+1 turtle, dragon, wood, arrows.
Yeah, because they've been smashed by a turtle.
Can I get the checks
From
for
Bihan and...
Bihan and Talrik?
Oh, that's cool.
Leopard?
Perception? 9.
Nala,
Okay. Both of them do not notice the star in the sky.
Cool. The one person who's actually got a good history.
However, during this watch, 2 players have really random dreams. To you, Korath, this dream feels eerily familiar. So, let's listen.
You are thrusted into the heart of a raging battle. Steel clashes against steel. War cries echo throughout the night, and streaks of chaotic energy illuminate the fray. Yet amidst the chaos, there is a stark contrast. A disciplined legion holding the line with unwavering formation. Towering over the battlefield stars Amal Vor, the unforgiving warlord. His gaze sweeps across the chaos with an expression of absolute control. Amal Vor's attention seems to focus on key moments. You see a warrior wielding a masterfully crafted longsword. This warrior moves with precise, efficient strikes against the chaotic enemies, each blow leaving a searing trail of radiant light. The chaotic energies around the impact visibly dissipate. You sense the blade's righteous power against chaos. Amalvor's gaze shifts to a steadfast defender bearing a towering shield. Arrows and chaotic spells slam against its gleaming surface, yet the defender remains unyielding, protected by an unseen force. You witness a moment where a nearby ally is struck by a wild attack, but the defender with its shield reacts instantly, interposing the shield and taking the blow instead. An aura of unwavering defense and selfless guardianship emanates from the shield. The chaotic energies seem to falter and break against its purest surface. Now your attention is drawn to a single imposing figure amidst the disciplined legions. This Goliath of a figure, their massive form, with surprising agility and focused intent. This Goliath wields both the elegant blade of order and the towering sentinel's aegis with seeming proficiency. The blade strikes with radiant precision, while the shield deflects incoming attacks with effortless grace against their considerable bulk. When an ally nearby is threatened, the Goliath interposes the shield. Their massive form a barricade against the assault, then immediately follows up with a focus strike of the blade, dispelling the chaotic energies of the attackers. There's a palpable sense of enhanced control and precision radiating from this unified wielder, their sheer size adding to the feeling of unyielding order. The disciplined legion, inspired by ILoveSong's presence, holds firm against the chaotic onslaught. Suddenly the Goliath raises the blade of order, and a wave of pure, harmonious energy erupts, dispelling a large pocket of chaos. The Sentinel Aegis remains a steadfast barricade at their side.
You notice standing at the side of this warrior, a winged creature, familiar to you, Danica. You now see the Goliath with greater detail. This is you and Danica leading the forces of order.
Amalvor turns his gaze towards you, a silent command in his eyes. The scene around you begins to waver, the Goliath standing out as a beacon of order amidst the chaos. Amalvor's form begins to fade. You feel a profound connection to the blade of power against chaos, the shield's unyielding protection, and the enhanced effectiveness when wielded together by a single disciplined user.
Yeah.
That was the dream Korath has that night. While Korath is having this dream, another amongst you is having a very similar enlightened dream. Danica, this dream is for you.
You find yourself in a dimly lit grove. Ancient trees with twisted branches reach towards a sky painted in hues of deep violet and fading orange. Long shadows stretch and dance, making it difficult to discern what is real and what is merely a trick of the light. The air is still, and the only sound is the soft rustling of unseen leaves. A sense of being watched settles over you, a prickling awareness that you are not alone. You scan the shadows, but you see nothing concrete. Then, a subtle shift occurs in the darkness beneath the trees. A form begins to merge, like smoke gathering into a humanoid shape. The figure is cloaked entirely in shadow, making it impossible to discern any features. Only two gleaming eyes pierce the gloom, observing you with an unnerving intensity. This is Lindar, the unseen. Her presence is elusive like a whisper on the wind. Lindar does not speak aloud, but her thoughts seem to seep into your mind, silent and knowing. You move in the shadows, unseen by many, but the shadows themselves have secrets to reveal. The shadowy figure gestures with a slender, unseen hand. Your gaze is drawn to a patch of deeper darkness in the forest floor. As you focus, a ring begins to shimmer into existence. Its band is adorned with numerous small gems that catch the faint light, each one sparkling with mesmerizing allure. At its center rests a large, flawless white pearl that seems to pulse with a soft inner light. Lindar's silent thoughts continue. The shadows are your allies. Learn to move as they do, unheard, unseen. As you look at the ring, you experience fleeting sensations. The feeling of effortlessly blending into the deepest shadows, becoming one with the night. The sensation of moving with absolute silence, your footsteps making no sound on even the most brittle surfaces. A moment of complete concealment, as if a shroud of pure darkness envelops you, making you utterly undetectable. Lindar then focuses her gleaming eyes on the gems adorn the ring. A silent command seems to pass between them, and the gems briefly flare with dazzling light. You have a fleeting sense of disorientation, as if a sudden flash has momentarily blinded unseen observers. Finally, Lindar's attention focuses on the central white pearl. As she does, you have a vivid mental image of creating a perfect illusion, a fleeting double, a silent distraction that allows for escape or manipulation. The shadowy figure of Lindau begins to dissipate, melting back into the deeper shadows of the grove. Her final thought echoes in your mind. The unseen path holds power. Embrace the shadows, Syrian warrior. The bloodright calls, even in the unseen. The image of the Shadow Melder's ring fades, but a new thought sparks in your mind. The Sentinel. The name echoes with a strange awareness, a whisper of something significant. A longing stirs within you, a faint pull towards a place you know. You are now within the familiar embrace of your village, nestled deep within a dense forest. The scent of wood smoke and night-blooming flowers fills the air, a comforting aroma you know intimately. Torches flicker, casting a warm golden light on the sturdy wooden homes, each adorned with unique carvings you recognize. The sounds are a comforting symphony, the rhythmic thud of practice weapons as young warriors spar in the training grounds you once frequented. Their movements fluid and powerful. You recognize the easy, almost unconscious way they adjust their stance, a subtle accommodation for their wings. You feel a phantom sensation on your own back, a familiar weight and spread you haven't felt in what seems like too long. You see women tending to task by the communal fire, their clipped wings held neatly against their backs. You know the slight restriction in their movements, the different way they must balance and reach. It is a familiar sight amongst this village. A pang of bittersweet nostalgia washes over you. Life here continues, the rhythms and routines unchanged. You see children playing, and you instinctively notice those who begin to show the first signs of their wings. A stage you remember vividly. You catch a glimpse of your family's dwelling, a sense of warmth from its familiar structure. There is a profound sense of belonging here, a deep connection to this place and these people. Your winged form an inherent part of your shared identity, a part of you, even as you stand apart in this dream. You lower your head in a sense of longing. When you raise it, the village is gone. You are now high on a towering mountain, its peak shrouded in snow that gleams faintly under the starlight. The wind howls around you, a biting, desolate sound. Your gaze is drawn towards a dark, cavernous open in the mountainside.
Standing at the entrance to this opening is a single figure, a Goliath of a creature gazing into the cavern. You recognize this person as your travelling companion, Korath.
From within, the darkness emits a soft, pulsing blue light. As your eyes adjust, you see not only the two piercing golden eyes watching you, but also, resting on the rough-hewn stone pedestal within the cave, a magnificent sword. Its blade seems to be crafted from pure ice, shimmering with the same ethereal blue light emanating from the depths. The hilt is wrapped in what appears to be an ancient braided silver. The sword radiates a palpable sense of power, a silent promise of immense strength and ancient magic. It seems to pulse in time with a soft humming you faintly hear. You gasp, eyes snapping open in the darkness of your own bed. The lingering feeling of cold mountain air and those intense golden eyes remains, a vivid imprint in your senses, contrasting sharply with the warm familiarity of your winged people in the village.
There you go. That was your dream.
No, I would never have
Okay.
That's
Nikita
why I asked
notes.
Josh to give me the
Okay.
printout.
No, but I mean, if it was my dream, I'd be like, wow, what a weird dream. What was it about? I just remember it was really cool. And there's a village.
It was a village. It was a village, was it?
Yeah, in a mountain.
Was there?
It was cold for a bit, and that was it.
Cool. So, how do you two react to your dreams? Obviously, you've been woken up by yours.
I'm gonna kind of look around and gauge my bearings and kind of just confirm where I am, because it seems like in the dream I travelled in lots of different places. And then I'm gonna be wondering about the sparkly ring.
Alright.
Really?
So, as you've already previously had a very similar dream to that one. It's almost like your god is reiterating it to you.
I don't think he's going to react outwardly, but inwardly he's just going to feel a sense of relief knowing that the god he's put his faith in is giving back almost, or at least letting him know that
He's on the right path.
Yeah.
Or he shouldn't have had so much tea.
And then I think a twitch of confusion is going to come over his face as to why his god would show him an image of Danica.
Because it's ironic.
Why would the god of this game do that?
Danica,
Hmm?
please have a look at your character sheet as you have a new feat. Sure.
Do I need to pop a refresh, don't I?
Maybe.
Where do feats go?
Under features. Right at the bottom.
I guess we will wake up in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you do complete long rests. The other two end up coming back to bed and, yes, completing their all long rests. Everyone, you are fully rested.
No?
Right.
I think Talrick's going to get up earlier than everyone else
Mhm.
and just go and have some alone time on the deck. And then when other people start to rise, he's going to go back under
Mhm.
to spend some time away from people. He's quite upset.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna say Tower, and I'm just gonna ignore him. I don't appreciate doing him trying to protect my life.
Fair, fair.
If it was a freaking turtle, it would have been fine, man. It was a freaking dragon turtle. Why did you do that, Josh?
What are you doing this morning, Danica?
Just milling around again, just reflecting on the bits of the dream that I can remember, I guess.
If you see Korath at any point, his eyes are fixated on you while he's doing whatever else he was doing.
Oh no, I purposely go out of my way to avoid you.
That's fine. If at any point you see him, he will just be fixated on you.
What did you write? Don't know.
Oh, it's notes for later because I can never find the bloody things. So I want you to add them as spells so I can find them on my spell slots.
Oh, okay. Okay. Any particular activity you're doing, Korath?
Breakfast, poop, and like assessing the damage, see if there's anything you can do to help.
Cool. Are you doing that from below deck, assessing?
All of the above. We have the entire day to do whatever. So
With your high perception, I'd say that you do notice that the ship has taken on a bit more water. I'd say you probably point this out to the captain as well.
I think from Korath's point of view with the high wisdom is, I can't fix the damage that's already been done. I can only go forth from here. So I'm not going to dwell on what's already happened. I just want to know how to fix it. And I don't know how to fix ships. So the damage, the water coming on board is not an issue. It's making sure no more water comes on.
Behan's got that gust as a cantrip, so he's just going to keep casting it to try and get us to wherever we're going faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta be an actual mage standing on the bow of the boat with his hands raised.
That's really cool. And it's something that I think Carl would appreciate.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll let us know because he's
also point out to the captain that those new charts might help us finding land somewhere soon.
How many days have we been on the ship now?
1.
2 now.
Been a long day.
So
This is day 3.
Day 3. Okay.
yeah, on the 16th of Virtua, we got on the boat.
Yep.
And then on the 17th, we fought the vampires. And today's the 18th. No? Yeah, today's the 18th.
I'm going to
According to
say
your charts.
by now I've probably explored every inch of the ship. And I'm getting bored, so I'm just going to walk around and like try and jump scare people by hiding in the shadows. Just to entertain myself.
Okay. Any particular people or just anyone that walks past?
Anyone that happens to walk past wherever I am in the... I'd be on the 2nd floor somewhere.
The main deck. Or down below.
Down below.
Yeah.
There's more shadows.
Yep.
And I'm just going to wait for someone to come past.
I think power would have gone back down. wouldn't it?
Talric was down, and I believe Korath was down there when he was looking at the damage underneath. Would you have been startled as she comes out of nowhere?
Yeah, I would just stop and stare at her.
Good, that's better than I would have done. I would have thumped her. Instinctively. And then gone, oh, sorry.
Yeah. To you, I'm going to say blah, 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 blah.
I'm just going to stare back and look really disappointed that he didn't do anything. Like, he didn't look more surprised or shocked or anything. And then I'm just going to huff and turn and walk the other way and look for someone else to...
I haven't moved. I'm just watching you.
I could just imagine you jump out and go like this. And then walking away like
What are you doing this fine morning there, Falcris?
seeing how I will pay attention to what the carpenters are doing, trying to fix the ship up, the most skilled wood carvers and what have you. See if I can help with my strength and stuff like that, or
Yeah, they've all basically said that they've done the best they can. The best thing we can do is find land and dock.
yeah,
Get
and then
her
I'll
as
just
much out of water as we can
help sail.
by supporting Bihan. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Bihan, good man, good job.
You got this.
You got it. You got it, man. Go Bihan.
Right.
This boat.
Boat.
This boat.
Okay. Everyone's getting tired.
Oh, really long week.
Yeah.
No, it was a short week, but we basically did 5 days work in 4.
Welcome to the joys of public holidays.
Okay, so this day is uneventful. However, as you complete a long rest again, you all wake up very well rejuvenated and re-energized that you all managed to go up a level. Yeah. Which we will panic about that later, because obviously Mike can't put his character up on his...
Oh man!
So when you get home after, or between
After
now and the next
our long
session,
drive.
yeah, Between now and our next session, you may put up your character to level what? 4, I believe.
I get a new class.
Nice.
What are you gonna do? 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 Is it
Find out next session.
Secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Cleric? Yeah, cleric. Oh, cool. Paladin? That-
Monk.
Cool. Monk?
Yeah.
No, monk would be stupid with it.
I was actually gonna go barbarian, just so I could be a raging cleric.
It'd be a bit stupid being a bub. Oh, that's not your character.
No,
Barbarian.
No, but being a
Paladin.
barbarian when you're so.
you can't cast spells when you're raging, but I don't cast spells when I'm fighting.
No,
I
I'm
cast
not worried
spells
about that.
outside of
No, just the fact that you're so uncoordinated.
Oh, yeah,
and
no, no,
barbarians
no.
normally are quite
Well,
coordinated.
the thing is, I wouldn't have to use dex at all. It would all become strength rolls.
Because you'd like lose your unarmored defense. Would be
Yeah.
pointless. You know, it would
Yeah.
be. But you,
That-
being a monk would be cool for you because you probably wouldn't have to wear armor at all.
Carl.
Yeah.
that's true.
Carl on our group chat has said Gust 12,345. Gust. Get bored. Oh, Gust 56. Gust.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the only thing I could see that would be useful.
That's awesome.
Behan didn't get any sleep.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going up a level just by going Gus. Gus.
Nalabala.
That's his new name, Gus.
Did Gus T.
Right.
So we're got another log. Wait, do we?
As you wake up on this dawn, you wake up to great news. As the captain says, land ho. This time,
he's
you-
gonna make sure that it's not moving.
This time, everyone is paying more attention to the land, making sure it's not moving. But you do notice that
Static
unlike
land.
the last land that was a single mound, this one has mounds and waves and junk. You know,
There's a whole school of them.
Does it look similar to Motumotu, or
it looks very similar to
does it
Motumotu.
stretch further than
It
what?
stretches further. You notice there is about 3 gaps in between islands. There's a stretch of like 4 islands.
And have we had much fog?
You've had
It's not
no-
like when you're on Motumotu, the fog rolls on the land. This is the ocean. At least has none.
Yeah, so far, yeah. Unless you go to certain points, you can still see the fog. There is fog in the far distance, but with that, and with having 2 of our players away at the moment, I think we shall end the session there and pick it up in hopefully 4 weeks' time. So our change of fate vote will be open until that time.
Imagine how many times you could vote for yourself in.
Still only one. Still only
really?
one. Yes.
Oh.
So, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time. Bye.